Okay everyone, I know I'm really behind on photos, especially full photos, for having number 43 born this morning, or actually it was last night, early this morning. I have visitors while I'm talking. So I'm going to do a couple of videos to kind of get caught up before we start doing the rest of our auction photos for our annual spring auction. I'm hoping to have it up by this weekend. My good friend and great photographer Caitlin will be coming out next week to help me get caught up on photos as well for the website and the sale. So I thought I would just walk out in Nick's pasture and do a video. Nick is all done in silver, and he doesn't have as many mares as usual because his son, we named him Steel, is out with some of his other mares. Steel is out of Splash and Diamonds, who we call Lily, a mare that we bred and raised by a splash of silver out of Raining and Diamonds. The first pair we're coming up to is KD. She's one of our Neil daughters, Reed's Poco Van Dyke, our late stallion who passed away in 2016. I have quite a few of his daughters in my program. She had a beautiful double homozygous stud colt by Nick. He's the one who was born last night. Actually, all three of these Grulla mares in the video right now are by Reed's Poco Van Dyke, mares that I've bred and raised. Way out there to the right is Dream. She's actually going to be offered in our spring auction. Super, super sweet mare. Easy to handle. Wonderful to ride. Double homozygous. That dark buckskin mare is our Scotch Bar Time mare. We have two of her daughters. She didn't have a baby this year, but she's going to have one next year by Nick. This Grulla mare is actually Dixie's full sister. The only other baby that Dusty ever had before she passed away. And that's her homozygous done Grulla colt by Nick. He's still available. I'm thinking about putting him in the auction. We call this mare Big Splash. Her registered name is Firefly Splash. This is her third baby by Nick. This year's a filly. I kept her filly 2 years ago, and then she had a colt last year. She's been a fantastic cross with Nick. There's Scotch again. I'm really excited to see her baby with Nick. She's such a nice mare, such a great producer. I'm going to try to keep the video as steady as I can while I walk around. Splash's filly is going to be such a pretty light silver Grulla. She has some molting going on. Those two Grulla mares on the right are two more of my Reed's Poco Van Dyke daughters that I bred and raised. That's Jazzy on the right with her Nick filly. Lacey in the middle, who was a little naughty last year and didn't want to get info, but that's okay, because she's info now to Nick for an early baby next year. Raya in the middle, one of our Splash of Silver daughters. And the black mare is one of my other Splash of Silver daughters out of Gunner's New Checks. Our Colonel's Lone Gun daughter out of a New Checks to Cash mare. She had a black filly by Black Got a Gun. I'll go over there in just a minute so we can see her. Raya had a triple homozygous colt by Nick. Homozygous cream, dun, black, and carries a copy of Splash White 1. And the mare that looks like a Perlino, she's actually a double cream black, is a simple way of putting it. And she is Scotch's daughter by a New Checks to Cash stallion. She has a buckskin colt at her side by Einstein's Revolution. And now she's in foal to Nick. Who is right there. As you can see by his weight, he doesn't stress much. He just likes his dad bod. Nick, can you let him see your face? Hey. Hold your head up. I just love this guy. He's so good-minded. He stands a solid 15-2. We can pull him out at any time to use him on the ranch, trail ride him, just about anything we need to do with him. Rick Steed showed him in the cow horse ranch versatility and roped on him when he was younger. He stamps his babies with his same wonderful disposition. Okay, but they don't want to see your face that close. Here, I'll show off your dun factor while you're right here next to me. Oh, here comes Lacey. Her registered name is Shining Sea Silver Lace. She's a beautiful white Grulla, which is really difficult to capture on a phone. Nick's son Steele has been doing a great job with his first set of mares this year. Just as good-minded. Oh, there's Mouse's filly. I need to get some better photos of her. She'll be available in the spring auction. She has a power-packed pedigree for a reiner, cow horse, any direction you want to take her. She is tested homozygous black and carries a cream gene from her mom. There's Raya's colt by Nick. Oh, we have a sleeper. Here's Diva and her Nick colt. I'm really surprised nobody's snatched this colt yet. He is just incredible. He's a cousin to Dutton, Dixie's colt that I'm keeping as a stallion prospect. Oh, and there goes the little tiny new guy. He'll probably be for sale because I'm keeping Dutton. But I've bred and raised and owned both parents of all of the mares out here except 3. Dream has a beautiful white Grulla filly. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to include that Dream's filly is sold and going to Germany. We have quite a few babies going overseas again this year. But if you have any questions about the auction or any of these babies, feel free to send me a message or an email. I'm going to try to get the auction up as soon as possible, and also videos of the other pastures.